Well, I think it's my turn. So good morning. Thank you for the invitation to speak today. I believe I'm the youngest speaker, so I won't, what I may lack in experiential advice that I won't try to give you, I'd like to maybe share some stories and some insights into Vital VO and what we've progressed to thus far. Speaking particularly to students and maybe younger people who are looking to start a company and maybe what you're in for. Particularly speaking about three things that I believe were behaviors and actions that helped us as a company, and I would say, in my opinion, starting a company is not rocket science, but it's about a few particular things. The first thing, I'll echo Bert's comments about focusing on a problem, particularly a problem that you can be passionate about and can become your priority. When I was in my senior year of college at Rensselaer, I pretty much had my fill of engineering courses by my senior year, and I was itching to kind of implement something in the real world. And I've always thought that getting out into the real world and getting your hands dirty is really the best teacher for you, and I can't express that enough in terms of how important that is, because when you really do get out there, you learn it's really not how they taught you it works. So that was a big focus of our company when we were founding, was focusing on the problem. The problem we focused on was hospital-acquired infections. So what we did was basically we tried to become experts on this problem. And over the 6 to 12 months of period of time where we were focusing on this problem, we had to kind of run the gamut of all the things associated with becoming most knowledgeable about this problem. This spans from the technical and scientific problems that you look at, which a lot of engineers tend to get fixated on, to the rest of the problem, which is we particularly have a difficult customer, hospitals, for example. So where's the pain point for this problem happening to your customer? How is your customer experiencing this? So this ranged from talking to nurses, physicians, facilities people, chief financial officers. For example, our problem, who's paying for these infections? Was it insurance companies? Was it falling on the hospitals? This was all things that we had to identify ourselves by going out there and talking to people. And every customer you talk to is different. That's why you try to aggregate and talk to as many people as possible. So I really can't stress that enough in terms of getting out and really understanding your problem. This led us actually to a pivot, which was we were focusing particularly on catheter infections to start with. And this was over the period of time when we were going out and speaking to a variety of different people. We found that we were really solving a problem that we were trying to solve a problem that we couldn't solve with our technology. In my opinion, I feel that technologies don't necessarily solve problems, but a company as a vehicle that can effectively implement this technology and deliver it to your customer that actually wants to buy it is really how you use technology to solve problems in a wide scale. And so we pivoted to a product that was a little bit larger scale, not just focusing on catheters, but the larger hospital, focusing on larger LED units to basically clean a hospital. The second thing I like to talk about is hustle. For me particularly, I also can't stress that enough, of getting out of your comfort zone and being willing to find the resources that you need, because I can tell you they're out there. In the capital region, they're certainly out there. Some notable examples are we needed a microbiology lab to do our third-party verification of our prototypes, because we were pretty sure people weren't going to believe us. The people that did, we kept around. But we had to go out and I had no idea how to do this, find a microbiology lab that was outside of Rensselaer once we graduated. So I went to BioConnects events, I went to Research Speaks, I called a lot of wrong numbers at the Department of Health. It turned out that we were about 6 degrees of separation away from a connection and an introduction to someone in the Department of Health that was going to be willing to test our prototypes. Other notes are chasing an investor down in a parking lot because I didn't get a chance to talk to them at a networking event, but I knew they invested in women entrepreneurs. I hope that got me some brownie points. Walking into Albany Med, for example, not being able to contact an infection control person through the phone, so walking in, politely asking the receptionist if I could find out where the infection control department is, finding the office, and trying to charm my way into a 30-minute meeting. All of these things took a lot of hustle because as a young person, you don't have necessarily the network, the connections, the business experience that older individuals have. So I think hustle is really a crucial part of that. The last thing would be grit and persistence. Particularly as a hardware startup, I really do envy software startups. There's a lot of unique, interesting roadblocks and challenges you're going to hit, and ups and downs from good news in the morning, bad news in the evening, every single day. So what I like to call grit is being able to stand your ground and have the staying power to pursue this long-term goal, which for us was trying to reduce hospital-acquired infections, which I will note surrounding yourself with people that can have the staying power and share that vision with you is very crucial, and almost more importantly, removing people as soon as you find out that they're not going to be sharing that vision with you because of all of the challenges associated with a startup. And lastly, I'd just like to thank everyone in the kind of capital region and Rensselaer. I know my co-founder, James Peterson, as well, would like to do that. It's really been a great place, a great fostering environment to start a company. Notably, NYSERDA, the Eastern New York Angels, and Sean O'Sullivan's Fund for supporting us in the last several months. So thank you for your time.